sucks. Everybody sucks. He sucks. Fans suck. Stadium sucks. There.
Well, we're perpetually disappointed.
Yeah, no, I know. That's
even more reason to know. Andy Sweeney knew that shot, that 3-pointer was hitting. That's what. Listen, it wouldn't have surprised
Andy the other day, Marcus, and he said Giants will win 2 games, maybe 2.
He's always been like that too, and it's I can't hurt you if you numb, Andy. For years and years, like that New York. Listen, the New York radio commentators. I'm telling you, I bet they didn't. It's
like I think New York sports radio. They probably hope the team loses.
We just talk about that, Steve? Didn't we just talk about fan? Like we're supposed to be fans, and it's like I gotta find the sleeper cell fans that are secretly rooting, or maybe it's not secretly, maybe it's just subconsciously, you know, just hoping their team loses because I want to be angry tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm gonna feel good going off on my favorite team, my favorite athlete, my favorite coaches.
I'm not comfortable unless I'm in disappointment. And Halliburton was on. I mean, he literally did an interview on Monday Night Raw this Monday. Like, I mean, this is perfect.
Steve. Drew, listen, and Drew, if you said it earlier in the show, and maybe I just caught the tail end or something like that, then I apologize for my misplaced vitriol towards you. But if you really were surprised that you didn't get a lot of energy out of a Knicks radio announcer call, then what have you been doing all your sports life? Like you were being prepared all your life to predict this, just like anybody else.
Yeah,
Steve, everybody knew. By the way, 8150-939, 3831-939 is the text line. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me you didn't.
Nope, we don't have phones.
What?
We're working on it.
I heard phone calls on the other station. Is that what we're doing?
We don't on 93.9.
93 is on a media blackout.
Yeah. 680's got the working phone. We don't have the working phone right now.
Which is good because they do 3 shows a day out of the 4 that don't take calls. So
so it's absolutely necessary.
They could call my cell phone.
Louis, Bob, and Louis, Bob, and James don't take calls.
Don't take any phone calls.
I mean, if guests, yeah.
You know what? That's why I was working on taking calls on my phone last night. I was just training just for cases like this. I'm not quite qualified to make an internet open line. But but be careful.
We can give out Nick's personal phone number. Be like, hey, look, send nudes to Nick.
No, I already did that one.
38 31 93 9. Tell me that a regular casual basketball fan did not look to their wife or their significant other or somebody or their homeboy, whoever's in the room with you, and say, oh, you know how this ends, right?
Well, it was hard to do that because I couldn't get past the Donovan Mitchell underwear commercial that came on every break.
I didn't see that.
Okay, what were you watching it on?
YouTube TV.
I was watching on YouTube TV, and I guess I just got lucky and missed this commercial.
Yeah, I didn't see it.
I saw the Chet Holmgren SGA commercial 1,000 times.
Skims.
I never saw the Skims commercial.
Just Donovan Mitchell, and they just keep zooming in on his junk the whole time.
I'm extremely glad that I didn't say. Yeah. But I'm a commercial.
I didn't see it either.
I am a commercial mover, though. Yeah. I do not sit through commercials. I do not sit still. I'm out. Mm-hmm. I turn up the volume. I go wash a couple dishes. I go use my new handheld vacuum cleaner. I do anything but listen to commercials or watch them.
Well, I'm sorry that you guys missed it, but
no, I'm sorry you saw it.
Wait, don't they tailor those ads based on algorithm?
Maybe.
So
great point, Nikki.
Obviously,
great point, Nikki.
But I'll be honest, it worked because I was like, I might have tried some skins.
I might have to try some skins. Listen, what? Okay, Steve, your coconut water, Rick Pitino coconut water. That was the most I've seen advertisement work on a human being in history.
Yeah, like I really thought that was going to be good. I really
Steve,
thought that was going to
tell
be good.
people about that really quick. You got to remind the people of that.
Oh no, Rick always. Okay, so Coach P always drank coconut water, and it was sitting over there.
Oh, I remember those.
Yeah, and I was like, that's got to be good. I was like, man, like that just looks refreshing. The way
way he put it on the corner of the on the scores table.
Yes. and he would just pop that thing open and drink it, and I was like, that's got to be good. So, we did a show, and I was like, I'm gonna get one. So I grabbed one.
I remember this.
Yeah, I took a drink, and I was like, that. I'm not sure what piss tastes like, but I bet it's something close to coconut water.
And then Russ Smith followed it up with it's an acquired taste, and he started drinking it.
Yeah. And he's like, it's acquired taste. I was like,
acquired by who? An insane person?
Yeah. Somebody said, not to interject on the great conversation, but we still have 2 open scholarships. Is it time to panic yet?
Well played. Well played, Dexter.
And their last text, I love this. This is awesome. Their last text is from Monday. It says still 3 open scholarships. What's up with that?
that is the scholarship guy.
No, I love that. Yeah. Somebody said, as a lifelong Knicks fan, I felt like it was 1995 all over again.
I know. Steve, I'll even take it a step further. You know what? I made the joke about the simulation, which may or may not have been a joke, but Steve, I don't know if you did you watch any of it or just kind of caught back the highlights on it? Okay.
Yeah. I was watching the, I sat down, by the way, and watched the entire Osama bin Laden, how we killed Osama bin Laden Netflix documentary. I started it. It's 3 episodes long. Watched the whole thing.
I gotta watch this thing. You and Drew have been raving about it.
Just great. And so, anyways, I watched that, and it made me. Of course, I mean, I know like Nick hates America and everything, but
I knew it. I knew that was coming.
Okay, so for
I actually was like, wow, the train's a little late today.
Yeah,
but I knew it was going to come around the bend.
Once you said we, I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, but for those of us that love the country, it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. But yeah.
That's on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I am going to watch that.
Yes, awesome.
You guys raved about it enough.
But I did watch down the stretch.
Okay,
I didn't watch the entire game, but because Knicks Pacers, that gets the juices going, man. That's what I was saying the other day. That's something that will make Steve Rummage say, okay, I gotta turn it. I gotta tune into this. I gotta see what's going on.
Okay. So I'm telling you, I just feel like you okay. Also, Steve, you know what I saw? A lot of 2-point buckets that you hadn't seen all season.
Yeah,
like I said, I mean they went crazy from 3. Late.
I mean that's the NBA playoffs, man.
Isn't it funny how it goes right back down to? You can see the chess match in playoffs.
Yeah,
you can see from the beginning of the. Actually, it's funny because it's like. You realize the shot clock is down to like 9 seconds by the time they even get into their real action.
Oh yeah.
And Pacers did a good job of rolling up full court and just wearing them down. But anyway, I watched them get up the court, and then I just watched them. Whoever's they were taking Brunson out, and if it's like you could see if Brunson was in the game, they're going right at him. We're just finding the guy who has the least chance to stop somebody. Karl Anthony Towns was balling too.
Yeah,
he was balling. Yeah.
There's some good players out there on that court, man. Karl Anthony Towns, who I mean is essentially what they have now over in Lexington. I guess. Texture says, sorry, I'm just assuming. Hey guys, lifelong Knicks fan. I'm 51 years old, and I was watching the game last night with my 11-year-old son. I was trying to, man, you had a kid at 41. God bless you, sir. Was trying to explain. I'm 38, and I'm like, if I had a kid today, I think I would
croak.
I don't know. Just leave. I just move. He left. I don't know.
Down in Florida,
I was trying to explain to him the Reggie Miller 8-point. No, I was thinking like the Middle East or something where I never was found. In 2 seconds, the choke sign, and my son watched Halliburton and turned to me and said, I said, was it just like that, right? Yep.
Exactly like that. No, I know he was explaining. Again, anybody, any NBA fan that was around, any Knicks fan, any Pacers fan, everybody knew what was coming. And again, it's like,
I'm so mad. I was on DraftKings and they had a, one of those bundles.
Yeah.
And it was what I was like, okay, I can take, like, I can see the over happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like, all right, Halliburton needs like 2 more points. I could see that happening. Yeah. But man, it was Pacers money line and they were down 14. And I was like, I just don't know if I could do that.
I know.
And I was like, well, maybe if I do the emotional hedge.
Yeah.
And throw $5 on it. And it was like 2,400. Like, so I would have made like, $125.
Yeah.
I had it in the chamber. And I was like, I don't want to bet on this because I think I'll throw some bad juju. And sure enough,
you should have.
I should have.
You had bet. That ball would have hit the back of the iron and would have went off
100%.
But since you bet, or
since I got cold feet, I got cold feet. Yep.
It was like you were the world. One thing I've learned about you is the world's going to screw you one way or the other. I've learned that about Nick, and you're going to get the short end of the stick. So it's like. You changed, it was like, no, one way or the other, we're giving Nick the business tonight.
Listen. But now I have to emotionally hedge the rest of the series.
Yeah.
The thing is, like,
Nick pops out with my Pacers, and then followed up by the obligatory Derwin Webb pops up out of nowhere with the Pacers for life text.
Derwin,
of course, Judge Derwin Webb.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Your Honor.
Look, right now I'm just like. D-Web, not now.
But a lot of people don't know that Judge Webb used to be like when he was a kid, when he was like 4 or 5 years old, he was a ball boy for the Pacers.
I did not know that, but
you didn't know that?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because he didn't tell me about it till now. Look, I didn't hear about it till now. I didn't hear about the Pacers till last game.
I 100% made that up, but you need an origin story. So I'm trying to help you, Judge Webb, because there may be a day that remember these two jackasses. And there may be a day if I'm ever in front of
family court.
Remember me.
Remember me. Listen, is the family court judge, is that like the most important role? Like the low, the family court judge may be the most powerful, man.
Yeah. Remember that day that I created a fake origin story for your Pacers love.
The family court judge is the sneaky, most underrated.
Oh man, now that one can look. It's going to jail is one thing. Family court can ruin your life.
What's the most underrated position in football? It's like the center is family court. You lose your center, you're done.
Yeah. And look, I know Judge Webb's as honorable as they get, and he really is. But I just remember me. What's even worse is he did the choke sign and only sent the game to overtime, but the Knicks' soul was already done.
Oh yeah. Oh no. Listen, 3 years from now, I guarantee you won't remember that game went overtime.
Oh, absolutely not.
Yeah.
He hit that shot and won the game.
He looked up at the clock. They're never going to show any highlights from this overtime ever. Yeah. They're literally going to erase it from
the
history.
Fact that the Knicks had 400 shots at the buzzer to tie the game in overtime. Oh, by the way, we got to talk about this too. Mike Gibbs took a big L yesterday. Did you tell him?
I did not. I didn't hear about it.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
That's pretty funny. Keith Pointer said, "Hey, Judge, remember that day I threatened to leave my child and child support and everything and move to the Middle East?" Actually, that may be what I would do. Just go commit a terrible crime, like not actually hurt anybody, but just like rob every store in Louisville, and then be like, I'm going to jail for the rest of my life.
Yeah, just
why'd he go to jail? I don't know. His wife told him she was pregnant again.
Three hots in the car.
I'm not gonna. I would literally hold a weapon and let them know I'm not gonna hurt you. I just want this on film. I just want this on film.
Sir, that's a super soaker.
Yeah,
we kind of figured.
I just want this on film. Mike Gibbs took a big L yesterday. You got to tell him. Chicago's own Sean Marion, wearing his Louisville gear, supporting another Chicago guy in Case and Pryor. Two Chicago boys.
Don't please listen.
Supporting each other.
Listen. Please, whatever you do.
Clarksville.
Don't look, whatever you do, don't tag me.
I hope that guy that worked with Gibbs that day is probably like, I'll do it.
Listen, I'll never forget his name, Steve. His name is Novelist Wimberly.
Wimberly.
I could not forget that name.
He's out there like, I knew it.
Novelist Wimberly with so many pieces of crap. He was just the worst name that you've ever heard.
He's like, I knew it.
Oh, yep. Chicago's own. Listen, I'm like, don't tag me in that, because then I'm gonna get the wave of Clarksville people. Like, y'all look, you want me to start a fight with Sean over his origin.
Yeah.
I'm like,
just a Chicago guy supporting another Chicago guy.
Right. And it's like, I'm a military brat, so I get to say where I'm from. Like, I'm from Asheville, I'm from Clarksville,
most people think you're from Louisville.
Right. Right. Just like,
I've had people ask me where you went to high school around here, and I'm like, no, another state.
Right.
Yeah.
But no, I did see that. I laughed and I saw it, and I was, like I said, I was just like, uh-oh. Like, because I hate that wave. I hate that Clarksville wave. But because you understand, like, we talk about this all the time. You put on for your city. You know what I'm saying? You take up the fight. You join the fight. You take up the fight. Yeah. When you're from a place, you're proud of the place. You want other people to be just as proud. And it's just like, those emotions are so hard to deal with. Like when you talk about home, home love and stuff like that. So yeah, it gets Clarksville people, kind of emotional. So I hate when they get to bickering, about something like that. But to your point, the Gibbs part about that, he's going to hear from Novelist Wimberly.
Yes, I remember.
He's just going to call him up, just hey, what's going on?
Yeah. Hey, how's it going? Yeah, I hate that
the
call.
F do you want calling me?
Yeah, I know.
After you got me fired.
Right after the Commanders beat the Lions, and you get a phone call. Hey, man, what's up, man? You been watching the game?
I heard from you all season long. Yeah. I didn't hear from you when I blasted you in fantasy football. I didn't hear about your team. Nobody thought the Commanders were going to do anything.
Yeah.
I can't believe.
No, they backed into that too. They're going to take a big step back.
The Colin Cowherd thing where he says, you know what I'm talking about. Colin Cowherd always does the big jump and the big like who was lucky and who's were legit, like which teams had legit wins.
Absolutely, yeah. Because I mean that happens all the time. Like a team kind of like falls into it. Probably weren't that good, but
Yeah, look, or it's one of those you get everybody off balance. You get three people playing extremely Steve, there's another option.
I'm listening.
From one, the honorable judge, Derwin Webb.
Okay.
Basically, I'll just paraphrase. Work release may be an option for you.
How about that?
Boy, listen.
They'll be like, I don't know. Steve got a pretty nice. He got a pretty cushiony deal there.
Charity will drive by you on your work release program with the with the new baby, and she'll be getting 88% of what you don't make on work release.
You can have it all.
It's just on principle. Say, let me just get my hold on. Oh yeah, how funny is this? According to the new break schedule, we should already be on break, Steve.
Well, I think we dismissed that
We
quickly.
we scrapped the.
But we will go on break now to keep Nick on schedule on our normal break schedule.
Quick commercial break, 9 through 9 DeVille.
Going up. Prices keep going up these days. It feels like being on an elevator that only goes up. Going up. But not at Metro. We're pushing the down button. We've lowered prices. Get one line of 5G data for $40, period. That's 20% lower. And you get a free Samsung 5G phone when you bring your number. Only at Metro.
5-year guarantee on eligible plans. Exclusions apply. See website for details. Not available at Metro with T-Mobile in the past 6 months. Tax applies.
You work hard to build equity in your home, so why would you give that money to the real estate agents when you sell your home? At Edlin & Edlin, they know you deserve to keep more of that money.
It's a full service offering. The advantage is we don't charge as much, even though you get full service. In the regular world, a realtor says that the commissions are 6%. And what we do is accept 1% as the listing agent and recommend you pay the buyer's agent 2.5%. The average home sale around here is around $300,000. So that's $7,500 more in your pocket at closing.
When Edlin lists your home, it immediately goes on all the places where buyers are looking for a home.
When I put a listing on the MLS, it is automatically shared with all the real estate apps, Zillow, Realtor.com, you name it. So all of that overhead in my business is gone. And what really should happen, prices should go down, the price of real estate services. And that's what we're reflecting in our commission structure.
So visit Edlin.com to start keeping more of your home's equity. That's Edlin.com, EDELEN.com.
Hey, Cards fans, do you or a loved one suffer from gout? Gout is a very painful form of arthritis that can also lead to kidney and heart disease. I bet you didn't know there's now a Gout Center of Excellence right here in Louisville. They use the most up-to-date clinical guidelines and FDA-approved treatments to get you relief fast. If you have gout, be sure to call the Gout Center of Excellence at 502-719-2472 or visit them online at ralouisville.com. And be sure to tell them Marcus sent you.
Welcome to Tire Discounters. Oh, hiya, Phantom.
Mike, I think I saw a fox on my way in.
Oh, that was the Carfax Carfox. He was congratulating us on our Carfax Top-Rated Service Center Award.
I have always rated Tire Discounters at the very top.
Oh, thanks. So does Carfax. And not just for tires, but for all our services, too.
Alignment, brakes, shocks and struts, and more.
Yes, sir.
But Mike, do you think people believe Carfax over me?
Well, you are the Phantom tire buyer.
Exactly.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Here's what you missed on The Drive with Mark Ennis.
Louisville adds an NBA Africa prospect, Mohamed Kamara. I in no way view this as in response to any uncertainty about Ali Khalifa. I think this has been in the works for a while. I'm still confident they're going to get things figured out with Ali Khalifa, and he'll be the guy next year at center. This was probably something they've been working on for a bit, and I think he'll be helpful to them.
The Drive, weekdays 3 to 6 on 93.9 The Ville. The official broadcast partner of all U of L athletics. WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville. Powered by Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers. Hurt in a car? Call Sam Aguiar.
sorry, YouTube. I screwed that up big time. Look, this
Somebody
whole
did text in, yeah, and they said, "I watch on YouTube. You guys are great. Just curious why there's no sound after breaks." Like, poor thing. Like, they actually thought it was like, "Hey, I think my stuff's messed up. Like, I'm not getting sound after break."
God, how frustrating could that be?
Yeah.
All of a sudden,
No,
you're
it's
listening to
Marcus.
me talk, and then look, Steve. And then here's the problem: when I'm not looking at the chat, it's everybody's trying to let me know that I've muted it.
Yeah.
And I'm just laughing, and we're having a great time. So think about this, Steve. We're laughing at the top of our lungs about something, and all I just see is laughing with no sound. And it's like, I'm missing everything.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sure it's great.
Yeah, I'm sure the conversations happen is the best part of the day. Okay, Steve, what is our defensive identity in Louisville College basketball under Pat Kelsey?
Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna cheat.
YouTubers,
Do we know?
what is our defensive identity?
Do we know? I don't know if last year's what it was. Honestly, I don't know we'll be as good defensively on most years as we were last year.
Because of Chucky Hepburn?
Yeah,
That's
because
exactly what I was going to ask.
I think we'll be light years better offensively. I think we'll be a touch worse defensively.
Is the defense why we won most of our games last year?
I mean, probably. I mean, did it feel like
we
we
had
were
a
just
lot of
scoring
stops?
machines?
We had a lot of stops, Steve.
I know. That's what I'm
God
saying.
darn
Like,
it.
some of those games we won, it wasn't like we were like just lights out offensive. Like, you watch us play and you're like, oh man, this team score from everywhere.
I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear you say that though. I can't stop. I can't take back steps in anything.
Well, no, but if I'm so much better offensively, like I think we're going to be like triple better offensively.
And just
like
a little less.
Like 100 billion thousand. I'm just making numbers up now.
Okay. So I'm asking that question.
Yeah.
So you say, okay, give a percentage just so I can kind of like put a picture to it. You say offensively we were this.
Okay, if we were rated, let's do 2K.
Okay.
If we were rated an 82 offensively last year, I think we're going to be like a 94 this year.
What were we ranked?
Defensively last year, we were probably in 89.
I was going to say 88, 89.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was going to say.
And
I don't know, man.
We're going to be 87.
You think
86.
we were an 88 or 89 defensively?
I mean,
I'd say 89, and then
probably.
this year.
What do you think we were higher?
Yes.
How many points is Chucky worth? 5?
Yeah.
So 84, 85.
We couldn't score on people, but we were locked down. Like the way Terrence Edwards Jr. chased people around and off the screens, and Chucky Hepburn. You know how many turnovers Chucky Hepburn got at the top of the key?
James Scott blocks.
Off of just pick and rolls, knocking the ball loose. Man, we were much better than the 88. I don't know.
That's a good point.
A Texas 38, 31, 93, 9. I mean, the help out with my help with God, I liked him so much. Now I don't even know his name anymore.
Stop. You're gonna make me say it. I don't want to say it. You're
Gonna
make me say it?
My 6'11" guy.
He's gonna force me to say it.
Didn't I already say it?
No, I'm gonna have to say it. But when we played like really good teams, we weren't
Steve,
great.
Who carved us up? What great team? Okay, are you stuck in the tournament?
Tennessee, Ole Miss.
I mean, yeah, Tennessee, Ole Miss.
Well,
twice.
You felt like Tennessee. I thought we just couldn't score on them.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that I didn't think our defense was terrible against Tennessee.
Right.
Against
Duke.
Well, yeah, Ole Miss we sucked, but that game was kind of
we just sucked against Ole Miss.
Yeah,
against Duke, you think we could like I heard Drew and Blanket like Knipple was a grown man out there. Like Malawatch is a grown man. Cooper Flag is a grown man. We stood up to them.
Men.
You said what?
I had grown men.
not in the post.
Okay, what about this? Texter says, disagree about our defense taking a drop because Kaysen and Frew will be light years better than Scott and Waterman.
Slow down. Waterman. He gave some good help side minutes too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, Javon Hadley was always where he needed to be if he, like I said, without the size. I don't know, man. We had okay. Well, what did Texas give us the rank? Like, what are Texas defensive rankings?
Somebody said 89 is good. I mean, because 89 is a pretty dang good defense. I mean, that I mean, for a team that was, you know, is it just March? Is it like, dude, we got beat in the first round, like, and never really was in the game.
Okay, here's
is that just me? Is that just me folding my arms? Like, dude, I'm not giving us a 90 anything. Okay, dude. I drove all the way to Lexington. It was awesome. I was pumped. I was excited. I went to the hotel. Everything was great. And then I just got beat like a drum. And it was terrible. He's not getting a 90.
At least you didn't have to drive that far. Okay, are we going to give Chucky the injured hampered Chucky at the end of the season?
Yeah, I mean,
don't let that Creighton performance fool you. We were an awesome defensive team.
See, yeah, you're right. You know what? I'm starting to be too rude. I'm like,
Chucky was a first team all defensive player.
There were some terrible teams. Oh God. But Clemson, like we were really good defensively against Clemson. So I mean, and that's a team that is
we were bad against Creighton, Ole Miss.
We were pretty bad against Duke that second game, but I mean, you're talking 3 games in 3 days,
and injured Chucky
super deep. Yeah, Chucky's injured. It's like, okay, maybe that one. I mean, Duke just really come out in that second half and did whatever they wanted.
Let me ask you this real quick about Duke. Were they just born ready like Cooper and Malawach and Knippel, or did Shire get them mature quicker?
I gained a little more respect for Shire watching that halftime video against us.
Mm-hmm.
Like when he goes in there and just shreds them,
mm-hmm.
You know, and he's like, "You're soft." Like, and it made me mad because it was my team,
mm-hmm.
but he basically was like, "You're so much better than these guys." Like, are you kidding me? Like, do you know how soft you guys are? He was like, look across that locker room. There's not one guy over there going to play in the NBA. And it's kind of like, yeah, well, wait a minute. Yeah, it's my team.
Are you
hey. You know, and it's just, it was kind of like, man.
Are we still on the conversation of NBA guys still make what college basketball is? Are we still doing fit? Are we still doing maturity? Are we still doing the college game is different? Like we're, you know, kind of what tributary, what river do you go down when you say what college basketball is, and how, you know, what design do you say this is how we're going to look to win?
I mean,
look, who won the championship again?
Yeah, I know, right? It's like, oh yeah, Florida.
What did Florida win with? Or was it just matchups, the right matchups against the right teams?
Yeah, probably that. And they got smoking hot offensively.
They got hot offensively.
Like, yeah, like they're really good offensively.
So what are most of the ratings? Like, can you peek up at the text line? Like, what did they have most of the ratings?
Most of them. I mean, honestly, the first 3 texts right now are just saying Waterman sucked defensively.
His help side, I thought he helped out really good.
So Waterman should be serving ice cold Gatorade to the fellas. If we're talking about defense, Waterman got cooked.
Is that their case to saying our defense wasn't good?
Yeah, well, I think, and I mean, I don't think people think our defense wasn't good. I just don't know that we were like the best defensive team in the world. and maybe that's me setting up the next season too, for how good I think we're gonna be. Like, just because, I mean, like I said, I think we move up like again. I mean, if we were an 84 offensively, I think we're like a 94, 95 this year. Like we're gonna be able to put the ball in the basket in multiple different ways, and that has nothing to do just because we have a bunch of shooters. Like we're gonna be able to play so many different ways offensively, and who knows? I mean, who says Conwell and Woolley?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. McNeely, look, don't leave out McNeely, Steve.
McNeely? Like, I just immediately it's like, hey, he's gonna be a matchup problem.
He's gonna be,
for us.
He's gonna be getting picked on.
Yeah. But I mean, Hadley and Kenai Roos and those guys aren't going to be able to play really good defensively.
Okay,
I don't think we'll be as good as last year.
Length,
because I think
length, or because here's the thing. I want to know how much credit moving forward. Because here's the thing. Terrence Edwards Jr. wasn't naturally a defender like that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And
I agree.
And I have to say, either that baby or Kelsey got him bought in defensively. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm 100% with you on that. And that's where part of me, I do look back at it and I say, yeah, man, give me a guy like Woolley or somebody that I'm like, I don't know how much I expect defensively out of them. And then boom, how much credit do we give Coach Klo and those guys for being defensive teachers of the game as well?
Right. And oh, listen, you said that. I'm glad you said that, because I was going the other direction by saying just the prep work. Just prep work when you're not getting practices, when you're thin on your roster, and you have to ratchet up your prep work. Like, again, I remember when I talked about going to practice, and just the analytics sheets they were going through was just some of the most, just the most detailed and motivating, personal stat lines that I've seen. So it's like their game prep, defensive strategies.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, yeah, I mean, maybe these guys weren't very good defenders,
right? And
individually.
maybe we made them defensively, and maybe if that's the case, then I would say, well, we have much more talent this year, so the defense could be much better than it was last year. And that's something we're going to learn. I mean, right now I look at it and say, I don't think they'll be quite as good, but what if it was more coaching than it was personnel?
Yeah, and again,
that's the case.
A first team all defensive point guard is the most disruptive thing.
Is insane. You're not replacing Chucky. I mean, that was. I mean, he had a Peyton Siva, Russ Smith-esque defensive year. Like, you're not like that. You don't replace.
And it was
he'll
crazy
go down
too,
as one of the 5-10 best point guards.
Defensive point guards that I've seen. That I've seen with my own two eyes in a Louisville uniform.
Yeah,
and he knew
he was great.
He knew when to ratchet up, and he, you know what I liked about him defensively most of all. It's what I liked about Peyton, man. Just he was going to make the referee respect his defense.
Yeah,
I dare you to give me that second foul. You know what I'm saying? Just, I mean, the way he just set the tone, like Chucky, and it was almost like Chucky Hepburn had it on a clock, like 5 possessions. Then I'm a harass him on this possession. I'm a harass and foul. 5 more possessions. I'm a harass and foul. Most of those ended up in a steal or a turnover.
Yeah,
probably like every 4th possession, it was either a tip away or just a bad pass or just something very, very disruptive to a lot of plays. And man, if you can get somebody to harass on these pick and rolls and not just be the if you watched last night, you saw how like Jalen Brunson, God, they were all just flopping on those pick and rolls the whole night, weren't they?
Mm-hmm.
And you couldn't even tell who was guilty, because everybody's grabbing each other's arms.
Yeah.
But yeah, point being, when your point guard is the aggressor on defense, and not the, and not just getting bumped by big man screens. It's like, ooh, you could be tough. Michael, get them hips ready. Is he gonna be able to be a big time defender?
I don't know. I don't care. Look, just stay in front of guys the best you can and get to the heart of the paint and get out there.
Keep them out of the paint. Look, make sure you challenge without fouling.
Yeah, let's do that.
Get the ball to Conwell.
Yeah, the guys that can shoot three. We'll worry about defense later, son.
Listen, Michael Brown's just gonna be a shooter. We're gonna have Ali Khalifa out there running point the whole time.
Right.
Rolling along 93.9 The Ville.
Women rank the whole experience of shopping for their engagement ring as one of the most special moments in their life.
Genesis Diamonds Vice President Wendy Canavan explaining why it's so important that no one at Genesis is on commission.
So there's no pressure. They make the same amount of money whether they sell a piece or not. And they aren't going to push you to try to take you past your budget.
So the first time rule at Genesis is relax. No matter where you've shopped before, you can rest assured this is different.
People say to us all the time, they just came from a store where they really felt pushed and they were really anxiety ridden.
At Genesis, we have none of that. This is your special moment, and you deserve a world-class, no-pressure shopping experience.
We care, and we will take all the time that she needs. We will explain everything to her. We will show her as many rings as she wants, and she will be the person who makes that final decision as to what ring goes on her finger.
Genesis Diamonds, unlike any other. Shelbyville Road Plaza.
Our city's professional soccer seasons are underway, and ESPN Louisville listeners can take advantage of a special ticket offer today. Visit LouCity.com/ESPN for discounted tickets to Louisville City and Racing Louisville home games. Whether you're a diehard fan or just looking for the right place to enjoy a cold drink, it's tough to beat tonight at beautiful Lynn Family Stadium. That's LouCity.com/ESPN for discounted Lou City and Racing Louisville tickets today. And remember, if it's Lou City, it plays on ESPN Louisville.
Most people don't put much thought into the value of a reliable water or sewage pump until they have to. Well, I have a team that never stops thinking about it. Kentuckiana Pump Sales. With over 35 years of experience, Kentuckiana Pump Sales, a premier Ashland pump shop, includes sump, sewage, grinder pumps, and many more to service all residential, municipal, commercial, and industrial needs. Next time you think about pumps, think Kentuckiana Pump Sales, 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, or visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
Men, is good enough really what you want with your sex life? This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if erectile dysfunction is making a bad bedroom experience for you and your partner, you should call us because you want your intimacy to be fantastic, both for you and the one you love. At Tri-State Men's Health, our treatments have success rates of well over 90%. And because we're a medical practice focused on men's sexual health, we can offer many treatment options and even combine treatments to find the right one for you. Which means if you're like most of our patients, we can likely get you performing like you haven't in years. So make an appointment and make a change from good enough to really good. Your initial visit is just $99 and includes blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654. That's 800-900-9654. Or go to TriStateMen'sHealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you. Tri-State Men's Health, a Promenic restorative health practice.
The official broadcast partner of all U of L athletics, WLCL Sellersburg is 93.9 The Ville. Powered by Sam Aguiar Injury Lawyers. Hurt in a car? Call Sam Aguiar.
The LFA returns to Louisville Friday, June 13th at Freedom Hall. In the main event, Derby City's own Lance the Tornado Lawrence clashes with Colombian warrior Javier Reyes. Also featuring top prospect Christian Leroy Natividad facing off against Mexico's Jose El Ronin Sandoval. Come cheer on the Southeast top-ranked fighters as they take on challengers from around the world. 15 exciting MMA bouts. One ultimate night. Tickets available now at Ticketmaster.com. LFA 210, Lawrence versus Reyes. Are you ready for war?
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same Game Parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 plus only. Must be physically located in Kentucky. T&Cs apply.
Saturday on ESPN Radio. It's a showdown in the AL East.
Shot for Henderson.
Gunnar Henderson and the Baltimore Orioles head to Fenway Park to face Alex Bregman and the Boston Red Sox.
Bregman drives in the winning run.
Coverage begins Saturday at 3:30 on 93.9 The Ville.
Something on your mind? Hit us up on the UPS Jobs text line, 3831-93.9.
Indiana Pump Sales. They're like our first responders or essential personnel. Over 36 years of experience, best service, fairest possible price. And it's right over in Jeffersonville, Indiana. People, go see Harold or go see Mark. They'll find out exactly what you need. Utility, sump, affluent, grinder, sewage, anything you need. 3303 Industrial Parkway, Jeffersonville, Indiana, of course. Or you can give them a call, 812-725-9217, or simply visit KentuckianaPumps.com.
I love it.
Have you seen the video of a guy doing a standing still double backflip?
Oh, yes. This actually just came across my timeline the other day.
Really?
Yeah.
In the athletic feats of mankind, where does that qualify at?
That's up there with as good as, man, that's up there as good as anything you're gonna see. I mean, I don't know how to explain it. Like, yeah, that's like there's not many people. Of course, now AI, everything I see, I'm like,
That's exactly what I was gonna say, Steve. Like, is AI messing up the impression of athleticism?
yeah, it's like I don't trust anything I see, you know.
Especially when you see the LeBron one when he turns into the
yeah,
what was it, the slam?
Yeah, the dunk that you sent me, and I was like, oh, you know, I was looking to
what was the game?
Oh man,
what was the game?
NBA Jam,
NBA Jams, yeah, NBA Jams,
yeah. Somebody said every morning I pray for Muhammad Kamara to have good fortune and many blessings. Okay, I feel you.
They're going to be so mad at Coach over Kamara, aren't they?
I hate him because of this.
I'm telling you, he's going to get one thing.
Yeah.
So
yeah, what?
Go ahead.
Hey, are you getting any? I mean, let me just like. Are we? I know we said we'll hear it and kind of forget it, and we can do that. But are you? Is there any nervousness coming in with the Khalifa thing, or are we just like, we're just waiting?
Okay, Khalifa conversation. Let's do like a power index right now, or confidence index of the Khalifa situation. I want to explain it a different way.
Okay.
And the other way to explain it is what we know about Coach Kelsey on his floor. If you can execute and he can trust you to execute, we're going to have a good team. Our team is going to be about the guys that can be trusted to execute. And I think, okay, even when we saw those little clips of Khalifa, I think Coach Kelsey has a game plan ready. Like basically, I think he has an entire season game plan with Khalifa.
Okay.
Now, if you don't have Khalifa, he's going to have to coach kind of, kind of like, I don't want to say scramble, but it would have to alter the whole offseason game plan. We talk about Coach Klo with as an offensive coordinator. It's like I think a lot of stuff will run through Khalifa's effectiveness of knowing what Kelsey wants. So, and you said it, like, I'm not making him the end all be all, but having him as a weapon, you know what I'm saying, to be able to execute. It's kind of like having a run game and a passing game if you got Khalifa, and then if you don't have him, it's some of the words I use are harsh. Like, it's going to feel a lot more patchworky for the offense,
right?
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. I just, first off, let me be clear.
He's important enough to scare me. He's important enough for me to be nervous.
But I'm still quite confident. Like I mean, we talked about this the other day. That's why I said, I mean, we kind of had the conversation and said, hey, if he gets up to July, I'll get nervous. I'm like, and now here we are, 5 days later, it's still the end of May. So I'm not trying to incite anything, because I honestly don't see many ways he doesn't get this appeal. I mean,
okay, Steve, now, look really quick. Look, keep your thought. Appeal. Keep your thought. What about this one? Video of the guy jumping out of the pool. You remember that one?
Oh yeah, that one's up there.
Didn't BJ Penn do that? He was the UFC fighter.
Yeah.
Jumped out of the pool.
You out of like 3 foot of water or something like that.
Yeah.
I see. It was that. I think it was a football guy. Like, you know what?
Yeah.
Oh, a football guy. Yeah.
Actually,
BJ Penn did it, but a football guy did it too.
The football guy. You know what his reminded me of? And people, like, feel free to jump in at 3831-93.9, or you can tap in on the YouTube channel. When he jumped out that water, it was so ridiculous that it was kind of like the Vince Carter elbow in the rim. You know how everybody like pauses and like, well, that was stupid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you're like, wait a minute. He actually dunked its hand down into the rim up to his elbow. That is ridiculous. Yeah. When that dude jumped out of the pool, it was like, okay. But then go ahead.
Tristan Wirfs, the offensive lineman.
Is that who did it? Is that who jumped out the pool?
Yeah, he got picked by the Buccaneers. It was the Iowa offensive lineman.
And how do you train for that? Listen, when I watch box jumping, like, to me, that, like, it looks cool to see, but I'm like, that looks like a dangerous thing to do. Like, I wouldn't want to train falling, trying to jump up on boxes, Steve.
Okay, Marcus.
I'm listening.
I'm sending you a video.
Okay.
And I want you to watch it. I want to get your live reaction to this.
Okay. Twitter.
Okay. No, just I texted to you, the YouTube video. Okay.
There we go.
Because this is, are you watching it?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, I think I've seen it.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my God. See,
that's AI, man.
See,
I can't.
See,
you thought it's this huge guy jumping into a pool, right? And he's doing this dive, and then he just like hits the water.
Like it's a surface, hard jelly.
And I'm like, that's AI, man.
No,
it drives me
dude,
insane.
AI is
nothing's
terrifying.
real anymore.
I thought, listen, because I saw the real one. I saw the original one. It's a really big guy. and he's so graceful with his dives off the diving board. And I was waiting to see him gracefully enter the water, and he just smacks that jelly, that hard jelly.
And it's like I can't
surface.
watch anything, dude.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that.
There's a meme going around right now. Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, and Paul Heyman, and they're standing in the ring, and then they all three just start dancing. And it's like,
I've seen that one.
Yeah, if I showed it to you, you'd be like, I can't believe they did that. Like, that's amazing.
Listen, it's one of those things. I told a story about my dad. Like, we may have been the last family on planet Earth to own a remote control to the television. Literally, may have been the last family. I'm sure we were the last family that had got a military salary.
Right.
Because my dad, he was just not going to let us get a remote control. If y'all ever get that lazy in your life to where you can't get up and change the channel, like, you're done. And AI I feel kind of scared of AI like that. Like it's cool, it's awesome, but it's like, I don't want to learn to use that.
I know.
It's like, what's the difference between if you can really change your background and be in Bora Bora and your whole internet presence is just, lifestyles of the rich and famous, which is whatever you want to change your look to, your life to digitally. It's like, where's the end to that?
I know.
No, like you said, once you put the VRs on, is there a need to leave the house anymore?
I mean, no.
When you go full, when you go full, when virtual reality integrates with Grand Theft Auto, right?
Oh yeah, no, absolutely. No, you're not wrong. All right, let's jump back into something really quick because I want to bring up this Zakai Ziegler.
Okay.
When we're talking about Ali Khalifa and different ones. So for the first time, you're having someone, it was first time in this new era, who played 4 years, who is now is suing that he should basically be able to play a 5th year. Okay. It says the plaintiff, Zakai Ziegler, for Tennessee. If people don't know, the point guard from Tennessee is an accomplished student athlete. This is straight from the United States District Court for the Eastern District of Tennessee. Okay, who diligently completed his undergraduate, easy for you to say, degree in 4 years, all while excelling in his chosen sport of basketball. And now he seeks to compete in the 5th year of his eligibility window while pursuing a graduate degree. But he finds himself being barred from doing so by the NCAA rule that limits athletes in participating in only 4 seasons of intercollegiate competition within the 5-year window. As a result, he cannot compete or earn NIL compensation during his 5th year. It says many players, however, do compete in a 5th year of their eligibility window, and they can earn NIL compensation for all 5 of those years. Had Ziegler been withheld from competing in any sport during those 4 years, perhaps by redshirting, the NCAA rules would permit him to participate again next year. And this is true even if he had slowed his academic process and taken 5 years to graduate. It says through the redshirt system, NCAA institutions, not athletes, large in control, who gets the access to the 5th year of eligibility, strategically banking eligibility for some athletes while denying it to others. It says because Ziegler participated in athletics for 4th consecutive year, the NCAA bars him from representing his school in interscholastic competition in a 5th year of competition window, and thereby excludes him from the NIL market compensation. So they go on and they say, hey, look, he would earn this much. This is so essentially, explain it to me like I'm 5. He's saying I'm going to school for a graduate degree. I'm going to be here in the school. I'm not going to, there are other people that you gave an extra year to of eligibility. I could make, they even put up there like his earnings could be like $2 to $6 million next year, you know, if he plays college basketball again. And he's saying, if I'm going to school here, paying to go to school, I should be able to play for my college.
Do you think this case is a case he made, or somebody came to him and said, hey, we might be able to?
I think somebody came to him and was like, hey, and that's, I mean, nothing against him. I'm sure he pursued a little bit like, hey, I could probably like, you know, is this something we can do? And somebody said, hey, there's a real case here for him. And again, now
is it a case or is it a I don't want to say conversation. Is it a case or is it like a the word is kind of like a challenge, like our you know, is this a challenge to the rule or is it a real case?
It's a challenge to the rule. Yeah, because I don't know if he will get this. I actually don't think he will. But it's one that, now again, it's very simple for somebody just to say this. I mean, I've seen a lot of people say, you know, well, and I agree kind of with this statement. They're like, yeah, sorry, dude, you played your 4 years though. So
yeah, eligibility is 4 years of full participation.
But this is a different world.
Mm-hmm.
And this is an NIL world.
And this is the NCAA trying to get rid of any legal culpability for anything.
Yep. And this is a world where he's saying, I'm going to be in school there. There's other people that have played 5 years. You're going to take this amount of money away from me, my ability to earn this amount of money while I'm going to school to get a graduate degree. So do I think, like, okay, look, 8 years ago, you'd be like, there's no shot in hell he gets this. Like, are you kidding me? Like, you know, remember when Maurice Clarett come up with something, you're like, there's no way they're letting you go to the draft, you know? But this isn't 8 years ago. This is 2025. And I'm like, I may only give it 10%, but there's 10% there. There's 7% there. You know, there's a percentage there that says, I could see this happening.
And it's worth it for a legal team to take up the case, or a lawyer, or, you know, a couple of guys get together, because say you know, they're your legal team and they get a percentage of what you make in NIL.
Yeah.
If we get, you know, if Ziegler, you get between 2 and 6 million.
Yep.
Your lawyer fees would be a little higher than the average lawyer fee, and you could guarantee that they'd move your case to higher on the stack, right?
Right.
But again, yeah, I agree with you. I'm more like 6% maybe, but
Nick's saying we need to take a break.
That's a joke text, right?
No, Nick said we need to take a break. All right, we'll finish this out today.
93.9 The Ville.
This is it.
Am I good to go? I'm good to go to break?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
we've already broke.
So we'll finish this out today.
We broke.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure. So I'm good to go. Like, I can go to break now. I'm gonna do it.
Hey, Card fans, Attorney Sam Aguirre here, proud partner of U of L Athletics and ESPN Radio Louisville. Car wrecks can be a nightmare, and insurance companies are just going to make it worse. But when you're part of our team, we take care of those hassles so you can focus on getting better. We've helped thousands of Card fans get life-changing results on their claims, and it would be an honor to work for you too. So if you've been hurting a car, give us a call at 502-888-8888 or check us out online at demandsam.com. And go Cards!
Summer is heating up, and Commonwealth Credit Union is there to help kick things into high gear. From beach vacations and road trips to backyard barbecues and fireworks. Fuel your summer with My Card, only from Commonwealth Credit Union. My Card gives you 3 points for every dollar you spend on transportation and travel, and 1.5 points for everything else. My Card is your ultimate travel sidekick. Visit ccuky.org/mycard to learn more and apply today. Commonwealth Credit Union. Here, we see you differently. Insured by NCUA. All loans subject to approval. Call us at 1-800-228-6420 for details.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, the ultimate lunch lineup boasts wall-to-wall sports and scenic views. When you're hungry and in a hurry, the Scratch Kitchen delivers lunch in the clutch. I mean, where else can you order a 29-degree draft beer and a quickie combo on your lunch break? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Twin Peaks Scratch Kitchen scores every time. Dig into hand-smashed burgers, chef-inspired flatbreads, and more at your local lodge.
Our city's professional soccer seasons are underway, and ESPN Louisville listeners can take advantage of a special ticket offer today. Visit LouCity.com/ESPN for discounted tickets to Louisville City and Racing Louisville home games. Whether you're a diehard fan or just looking for the right place to enjoy a cold drink, it's tough to beat a night at beautiful Lynn Family Stadium. That's LouCity.com/ESPN for discounted Lou City and Racing Louisville tickets today. And remember, if it's Lou City, it plays on ESPN Louisville.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. It's no wonder that ZipRecruiter is the place for skilled skydiving instructors, accomplished airbrush artists, and proficient pediatricians. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter to hire, you're missing out. ZipRecruiter is the place that's so confident it can make your hiring easier that it lets you try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. So if you want the right candidates for all your roles, ZipRecruiter is the place to go. Try it for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Your home is your fortress, and your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
The NBA playoffs continue on ESPN Radio. Anthony Edwards and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Edwards, three-pointer, yes! Anthony Edwards with the triple.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Gilgeous-Alexander open three. There you got it. And the Thunder have taken the lead.
Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals.
Coverage begins tonight at 8 o'clock on ESPN 680, 105.7, 93.9 The Ville, and the ESPN Louisville app.
And your first line of defense is your roof. So if your roof is under attack by either Mother Nature or Father Time, you should be calling Citadel Roofing and Construction. Citadel Roofing and Construction is locally owned and operated, will provide free inspections, estimates, and of course, they'll work with your insurance. Did I also mention their A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau? Let Citadel Roofing and Construction protect the roof that protects you by calling 502-219-7964 today.
Nick said we need to take a break. We'll be right back.
93.9 The Ville.
The sounds of spring can often be
Sorry.
Was that
Had to do that.
okay? Was that a mechanical? Was that the break?
No, I did that on purpose to add to.
No, I'm not talking about that one. I'm talking about the break we just took.
No, that was no. You guys were perfectly on schedule.
We're good.
That was good. 23. You guys nailed it.
Wait, no.
You nailed it.
Why 23?
It's typically like 23, 39, 56, give or take
Nick's
a minute.
forcing stuff on us.
We've never taken breaks.
Gonna make
before
I'm gonna
30.
make you wear a mask now. Steve's not gonna do it.
So, Steve.
Okay.
You want a football question or a non-football related question?
Football related. For my man who texted you yesterday, Nick just thought that joke was going to hit so hard.
What's that?
I was just being a nudge, man.
He just saw his face. He thought that the mask joke was just gonna,
Okay.
I mean, it was just gonna boom.
There was actually you realize, well, okay, this is why masks are on my mind. Hold that thought on the football real fast.
Okay.
I saw this thing on Twitter, and it's all these.
You did for a year and a half, so we might as well.
It's all these really hot fit. They all look like Kyrie Sane. Like,
okay,
all these really hot Japanese women. And I guess it was taken during the pandemic or whatever, but they're all wearing masks. But they're like fitness girls. And evidently there's a gym in Japan.
Are you into fitness?
No. Fitness pizza? Yeah.
Pizza, yeah.
Yeah. It's a gym in Japan where these hot fitness models go around and insult you and just hand you protein shakes. And I was like, that's genius. That's absolutely genius.
Leave me alone.
Like all these like hot Japanese women insulting you. I mean, because let's be honest, that would definitely get you that extra rep.
Yeah,
a little bit.
Sure.
Get the testosterone flowing a little bit, and then they're right there with a protein shake for you. I kind of like that.
I like it too, actually.
Yeah,
sounds pretty good.
I'm gonna send you this photo.
It's
Too.
interesting.
They're all in their masks, so don't be offended.
Okay,
but they're.
I was wondering where that was coming in at.
They're.
But actually, that is in Asia. That is, more of a common practice.
Yeah, there's like more.
Yeah.
Isn't there like pollution because?
Yeah, and they do that, and I mean.
Yeah, you remember when we used to be at the Galt House, and like big conventions and flights coming through.
Look, and look, and Maven and I'm sitting there. We're looking at them, going. They were coming in. It was basketball season. It was like December, and there was like a convention, and there was a lot of like Asian people. It was like, are you ready for this, Nick? December 2019. These people were coming in, and they're all like these Asian people. They have masks on and stuff, and me and Marcus are like, what are they wearing that for?
Little did we know.
What are y'all doing?
Little did we know.
Yeah. We're just like, and they're wearing a pin.
While we had that extended cough.
Yeah, we were. Yeah, no, actually, that's how it went. We were all like, what are they doing?
Idiots.
Yeah.
Okay, football question, Steve.
Okay, football question. Let's do it.
And then we'll veer clear. Okay. So I'm assuming you saw the post that said 100 days.
100 days.
Okay. Do you say only 100 days?
No, 100 days starts 100 day every year. I'm cutting you off because 100 day every single year is the countdown is official. When I see 100 days, because once you get within 100 days, you can start the player number countdown type thing. Like number 99, is 99 days.
Yep, good point.
You get to 100 days to football season is always kind of my, okay, it's time to get back into, not all the way, but like this is to the texter yesterday. It was like, y'all just not care about football anymore. It's like you get to that 100-day mark and it's like, all right, it's time to start training my brain a little bit. Let's get back to Miller Moss and Isaac Brown and Duke Watson and Colin Lacey. You start to kind of read.
Okay.
I start laying down at night thinking about my defensive tackles,
So Nikki,
that's the time.
go to the Louisville football roster and give me who number 99 is.
Okay, I'm on it.
Because I do not know 99 off the top of my head.
Did you order a sandwich?
No.
You're not gonna order a sandwich?
No, I'm just gonna wait till the wings.
Okay.
And then eat way too many wings and get sick.
Are you still gonna get Diet Cokes?
Yeah, I am gonna go get that.
You gonna force that on Tim?
I was just hoping. that.
Make Pops bring in Diet Cokes.
I don't know when he's gonna get here.
Okay.
All right, wait.
Okay.
Yeah, anyone before then.
99.
Okay, 99.
Wow. Hang on, real quick. Breaking news. Field of 68. Jalen Lowe has officially announced he's withdrawn from the 2025 NBA draft that he had no shot in hell of being picked in and will play at Kentucky next season.
Listen, what a great strategy. You know what? Great strategy. Great strategy, Steve. And I don't want
that Kentucky transfer point guard that didn't get invited to the combine.
I don't know.
Nope.
You're not gonna do this. You're not gonna do this, Steve. That's a brilliant strategy to generate interest, to raise revenue, to boost ticket sales, to boost the rankings. That's how you get. Listen, I don't want to hear your filthy little mouth complaining about how Kentucky all of a sudden went from off season, slots behind Louisville to jumping Louisville with the exact same roster. Because you know why? Because they did exactly what they had to do. They just put people in the draft and pulled them out, Steve. And you're hating. You're hating because that was an excellent ploy.
Heavens, he's coming back.
Now, if Case and Pryor would have just put his name in the draft, if Javon Hadley would have put his name in the draft, who else we got? Kenai Roos should have had his name in the draft, and we should have been celebrating the return of Javon Kenai from the draft, Steve.
I know
from the draft. Who else?
Can you believe
Kobe Rogers?
Kenai Roos? Kobe Rogers is withdrawing his name.
Conwell
from
McNeely
the NBA draft.
Yep.
And will be returning to the University of Louisville. I'm here to announce it right now. Breaking news. Kobe Rogers will not be entering the NBA draft, but will be coming back to Louisville to give them a fifth piece in their backcourt.
We have 7 to 8 players, Steve.
Let's go.
That were all removing their name from the draft just to come play for Louisville, Steve.
Oh, my God.
Because it was up in the air for a long time.
Well, I mean, they could still go. I mean, the technically the draft, I mean, you've got, I think another 5 days. So, I mean, they could still go.
Don't you do that, Steve.
Wow.
Don't you
wonder if we can get a field of 68 tweet for that. Can we get a field of 68 tweet that Kobe Rogers is not going to enter the draft? He's going to stay here.
That Kobe, Javon, Kaysen,
Javon Hadley is not. I'm here to breaking news. My sources have told me Javon Hadley is going to return from the NBA draft to stay at the University of Louisville. Let's go. Don't reveal my sources.
We're going to be staying.
I hope Ty Spalding's not mad at me.
You don't have to even reveal your sources, Steve.
I know, but Ty probably had that info behind the paywall, and I just told everybody, and I feel bad, But Javon Hadley will return to the University of Louisville next season and will not be entering the NBA draft. It's incredible. We're returning 4 guys from NBA draft consideration. And if we get Khalifa eligible, number 1. Golly. Jordan Garrard's number 99, by the way.
I sent that to you. I found that.
Thank you.
I did my job. I didn't want to derail the trolling.
Okay. Jordan Garrard, number 99.
Okay. We're going to read about him.
300 pounds.
6'2", 300 pounds.
You're welcome, Texter. A lot of people are thanking me for sharing that breaking news. I didn't, like I said,
that's a weight off everybody's
mind. Go
mind.
subscribe to Ty, and I want you to do it. But I mean, it's just it's there. Now you guys know.
I'm telling you, it's gonna work too, Steve. It's gonna.
Texter said, "I'm just tuning in. Have you guys talked about the Tennessee guard trying to get another year of eligibility? We tried to, but Nick made us go to break. So
we don't know why, but he just made it happen. Yeah, I don't like short segments. I don't like a short first segment in an hour at all. At all. I hate it actually. Anyway, okay,
so we're
Steve.
going to let Nick know.
100 days.
Okay, 100 days.
100 days. You say, okay, you can do a countdown. You can count down your players, kind of theoretically. But coach definitely says only 100 days, right? Or does he not do it with this schedule? Or coaches don't play that game with schedules?
No, coaches don't play that game. No, how dare you?
I know.
You know better than
I know. I do.
You think Coach Brahms over there like, I mean, we're gonna waste this first 2 teams?
Yes, I do, Steve. Hey, listen.
Let's just get ready for Pitt on the 27th.
I'm telling you, Steve. Listen, he has Brady and Brian. To everybody else, he talks like, "Come on, guys, get ready here." To Brady, he says, "I'm not coaching. I ain't doing nothing until Pitt."
Yeah, are you kidding me?
Look, I'm gonna use those games so we can get. We're gonna have 2 running backs in the Heisman race in the first 3 weeks.
Yes.
See, like Steve, Marcus.
Look, Miller, light them up. Put up the numbers.
I'm gonna have 2 running backs with 400 yards in first.
But hey, it's only 100 days, though. I will say that. That time you're thinking, God, there's so much we haven't put in. He's thinking of freshmen that they only went through spring ball. He's May 22nd. He's like, you're going to look up, it's going to be July 22nd, just like that.
Once you start saying July, you start saying, okay.
I mean, think about it. We play on September 1st, right? Or we'll call September 1st the first day of football, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That is how many days? I mean, okay, so you've got it's 3 months. We'll say 3 months.
When's
okay?
TBT?
The end of July.
Okay.
Last week of July. Okay, but let's say you got 3 months. Okay, it's May. 3 months ago, you were playing. I mean, does it feel like that long ago that you were playing Stanford and Cal in the Center? You know what I mean?
That was only
like
3
that
months
doesn't feel that long ago. It's like, okay, well, that going forward is going to be football season. So like it goes quick. It goes really
quick. It goes quick until the last 2 weeks.
Oh God, yeah. The last couple of weeks, people always say, people are like, "Oh, do you have a hard time doing radio in the summertime?" And they're like, "God, no, like, no, it's all kinds of stuff." Are you like? I'm like, summertime's when you really get to break down the nuts and bolts of the team.
Yeah, you don't have any
like, yeah,
you get
like, that's
you
the
get
best.
a lot less complainers about what you're talking about usually.
But 2 weeks out from the season is brutal because you're like, we've talked about it all. I just need to see them. Like you almost want to just do that on the show. You just want to come in and go, I'm just going to talk about the same thing I did yesterday. I just need to see the team.
And go.
Just get it there. Come on. Yeah. But that does feel that way when you're running down through there.
Okay. Here's that's football. Here's my totally non-related question.
Okay.
It's a comparison, or you can add something to the category.
Okay.
Nikki, if you feel like paying attention, you can jump in on this too. Look, there you go again. If you feel like paying attention.
I'm just kidding. What do we got?
He wasn't paying attention.
Okay, I keep getting this, Steve. I keep getting, and this was a craze for a while, and then it kind of went away. But the bug never went away for me.
Planking.
Buying warehouse units, storage warehouse units. Okay.
Yeah.
Buying storage warehouse units always looks cool. Right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Magnet beach fishing or magnet fishing.
Oh yeah, when they like pull like bikes out of like.
Do those not look like?
rivers.
Which one of those, Steve, do you think just like, I really just need to do that one time in my life? Which one would you do?
The buying the storage. I always find that fascinating because it's like there's so much in there.
Texters,
You open that up.
Do we have a texter who has bought a storage unit?
Oh, I'm curious.
Do we have a texter that has actually bought a storage?
We will
unit?
have one that says they did, but do we have one? And I'm fine with that. If you just want to lie, that's cool too. Like, it's content either way. That
yeah,
works.
I want
But
somebody to tell me: is that a real thing? Is it as cool as it looks, or is it just a stupid waste of money?
more times than not, it's got to be just crap. Like I'm like, if I put stuff in storage right now and you bought it, you'd be like, cool. I got his Christmas stuff.
Got a few ornaments,
some stuff he don't hang on the walls anymore, but didn't want to give away. I don't like, yeah. Awesome.
So you did watch some of those shows for a minute?
Storage
when they,
Wars,
yeah,
stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah. When they were like, it just keeps creeping up into my. You know what though? Those things probably got so that market probably got oversaturated, and the companies probably started just busting you over the head. Just 300 for this unit. It got a duffel bag with dirty underwear in it or something. Just then they probably started setting you up.
Awesome.
Did you see the ones when the guys were like peeking in, and they're like, "Oh, look back there. I think that might be something. A table from, the Victorian era."
Yeah,
it's like this is not real, but it was. So okay, so the fishing, the magnet fishing.
Now that is pretty cool, especially if like you find like, because people, when stuff gets dropped in a lake, like it's gone. There's no, like, I jumped in Patoka Lake with my my prescription Nike sunglasses. And like when you come up, it's like there is no it's immediate defeat.
It's gone.
There is no looking for it. If somebody was like, well, what if actually the ground, it's murky. So what if the ground was only like 10 feet under you? I'm like, that's about 7 too far. Like I'm not swimming in murky water 10 feet under. Like I don't know.
I'm already taking a risk by jumping in it, period.
Yeah, like it could be right below my feet. I don't know, but I'm like, it's gone. Like
all you can do is
defeat,
give, look, you can give one good hand swipe to the left, one good hand swipe to the right, one kick.
Did I get them?
Listen, one kick left, one or two kick right, just do a little mini whirlwind. And if you don't hit them,
boom,
they're gone.
And it's over. Yeah, that's immediate defeat. So, there's people that have dropped some pretty valuable stuff in the lake, and it goes.
Right.
So, if you find it, there could be some legit
treasure. It's treasure.
There's
You're
not
treasure
a
hunting.
ton of people. Right. There's not a ton of people throw super, super valuable stuff in a storage unit. Like,
people do have stuff in the
Benji. I'll tell you what, Benji's like the worst friend to have in the world.
I'm listening.
I'm going to read the text in what I assume his voice sounds like right now. Yeah, I do realize those Storage Wars shows were staged and all that stuff was placed in those units for the show. That's a terrible show. I'm just assuming that's what he sounds like.
Well, we've heard Benji. Benji calls him. That's pretty accurate.
Listen, no, the voice that you get for certain comments, it changes. It's not your real voice.
Yeah,
he doesn't deserve his real voice on that comment.
No, absolutely not. It might have been an improvement too. He's that Benji.
Explain to him, Steve.
He can't call in and defend himself. Yeah, we're just piling on poor Benji.
Boo, Benji, boo. Yeah, no, it's just like it's like just that friend that you're like, oh yeah, you know, like who cares if the storage war was fake?
There's people.
It's still the idea.
Listen, here's the problem, Steve.
Hey, that's fake.
Do you know how many Benjis are out there right now saying the exact same thing he's saying?
So many Benjis. Just Benji.
Just
We'll
trying
take a
to
Benji after the
listen.
show.
Just
That's what you
disproving.
get, Benji.
Steve, just sitting around disproving and being contrarian to everything you say. Well, that magnet fishing is not really, and most of the stuff you're going to get from the bottom is going to be tarnished so bad that it's not going to be worth anything. And if you find something, and then if you find something, send it down there, it's not going to be able to. And then you're going to find a gun, and then the police are going to come in there and arrest you because you leave that. What?
Yeah. Yeah. Then you're going to be in prison for the rest of your life. Okay. Well, maybe.
So just go back home. Just go back home and get on Twitter and just argue some more.
Yeah, maybe. Texter says, lost my cell phone in Patoka Lake. Boat hit a huge wave and it flew off the dash by my
I
steering wheel.
guarantee
That's what I'm saying. And it's gone. It's like, oh, there it goes. There's no like.
I lost my favorite pair of cheap sunglasses.
The phone's not going to do anything.
It sank like a rock, dude.
Thanks, man.
Shout out to Floyd Street Media posting the the 100-yard, 99-yard kickoff return against Miami.
Oh, I know, because it's 100 days. We can't have Nick. That was such a bad. We can't even have the conversation. You ruined the whole segment.
What's that?
How did I ruin the whole segment?
Oh, one time I lost my $20 sunglasses.
No, Jeanette was supposed to toss them to me.
That I bought.
She threw a crappy throw and they went right in the water.
And then you immediately blamed your girlfriend.
Yeah, because it was her
You went
fault.
straight.
It was her fault.
You went straight to. I mean, like, well, Charity should have told me I was wearing my sunglasses when I dove in. She saw me.
I wasn't in the water. I was like, "Hey, I'm floating. Toss me my sunglasses."
We're out here
and
talking
she was
about-
like, "Plunk!" Like she like Gronk
You
spiked
give
him into the water.
That's what Benji's of the world a voice because they're like, see, all you're gonna find like Nick's $15 sunglasses.
Oh no, they weren't even $15. These are free promotional ones that were handed out, but I love them.
Well, I've got free Shady Rays promotional ones. They're pretty dang awesome.
Yeah, no, that would suck.
Yeah, it would.
I would like to recover those. It'd be interesting to see what treasures are down there.
Well,
speaking of recoveries, you got any shout outs, Steve?
Well, I was going to say, speaking of treasures down there, let me help you out. Go see my friends over at Tri-State Men's Health. Get over there, check them out. It's listen, 50% of men over the age of 50 deal with erectile dysfunction. All right, you're not alone in that. Okay, listen, there are people out there.